They are the last of a dying breed. American heroes are national treasures. 16.1 million military personnel were either enlisted or drafted into World War II. Less than 1% remain alive today.
There was one time that we were out to sea about 18 days without seeing any land. I think she was 540 feet long. See those gun mounts there? It's three of them, one there, one there, and one there. They're 5-inch and one there. There's one. They're all 5-inch gun mounts. You load them in two pieces, the shell and the powder case. They're too big to handle all in one piece. You have to put the shell in first and put the powder case in back and close the breech. Well, it's just two. They're dual mounts. See, there's two in each gun mount. My battle station was right here in the upper handling room, and I was a projectile man. I put the projectile as a hoist, a thing that went up to the gun from. See, there's compartments all down in here. Well, that's where the ammunition is stored. And I put the projectile in the hoist, and the hoist took the projectile up so they could load it in the gun. And then back here aft, there's more. You can't see them very good, but there's 3 more gun mounts back here. That's why it's called an anti-aircraft cruiser. It was loaded with gun. That was Captain Crush, yeah. He was the captain.
Very
She was
cool.
a very good sized ship. She wasn't as big as a battleship.
How many?
But she was a lot bigger than a destroyer.
Oh yeah. How many places did you go on that cruiser?
England, Ireland, Scotland, Norway, Denmark, France, Portugal, and back home.
Oh, okay.
It was loaded with guns. It had along the here, all along the sides, were 20 millimeter and 40 millimeter guns. Mounted here on both sides.
Right.
Shells just get thrown out there on the deck when you're firing.
Right.
Then all that has to be cleaned up after you finish firing.
The USS Spokane, CL-120, the second vessel of the Juno-class light cruisers in the United States Navy, was constructed by the Federal Shipbuilding and Dry Dock Company in Kearney, New Jersey. Launched on September 22, 1945, and commissioned on May 17, 1946, Spokane underwent shakedown operations in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and engaged in battle practice and weapons firing before being assigned to the Second Fleet for European duty. During its European deployment, Spokane visited various countries, including Scotland, Ireland, Norway, and Denmark. After returning to the United States via Portugal and Gibraltar, Spokane underwent fleet exercises in Guantanamo Bay and yard availability at the Brooklyn Navy Yard. The cruiser later undertook tactical exercises off Bermuda and England and made port visits in Germany, the Netherlands, Turkey, Italy, France, Sardinia, Tunisia, Libya, and Algeria before returning to Norfolk. Spokane subsequently served as a training ship for naval reserves, participated in training exercises, and underwent inactivation, eventually being repurposed as a sonar test ship, AG-191, until its scrapping in 1973. Noteworthy awards included the World War II Victory Medal and the Navy Occupation Medal with Europe clasp.
Of course, the war started jobs for everybody. Because everybody joined into what they call the war effort. Even women went to work in the shipyards, riveting and painting and doing all kinds of jobs to help the war effort. Yeah, the women played a big part, and then a lot of women joined the Army and Navy and Marines and so on. Did a lot of jobs that the men were doing, so the men were free to go overseas.